All right, for chapter 9, which is called The Trumpet, I have my special guests, Brittany and Becca. So at the end, I'm going to ask them some questions about chapter 9, and maybe they will come up with a question for me. Here we go. As the cob flew toward Billings on his powerful white wings, all sorts of troublesome thoughts whirled in his head. The cob had never gone looking for a trumpet before. He had no money to pay for a trumpet. He feared he might arrive after the shops had closed for the day. He realized that in the whole continent of North America, he was undoubtedly the only trumpeter swan who was on his way to the city to get a trumpet. This is a queer adventure, he said to himself, yet it is a noble quest. I will do anything to help my son Louis, even if I run into real trouble. Do you remember how trumpeter swans protect themselves? What do they do with their wings?
Flap.
Flap if they get in trouble. Toward the end of the afternoon, the cob looked ahead and in the distance saw the churches and factories and shops and homes of Billings. He decided to act quickly and boldly. He circled the city once, looking for a music store. Suddenly, he spied one. It had a very big, wide window, solid glass. The cob flew lower and circled so he could get a better look. He gazed into the store. He saw a drum painted gold. He saw a fancy guitar with an electric cord. He saw a small piano. He saw banjos, horns, violins, mandolins, cymbals, saxophones, marimbaphones, cellos, and many other instruments. Then he saw what he wanted. He saw, what's he looking for?
A trumpet.
A trumpet. A brass trumpet hanging by a red cord. Now is my time to act, he said to himself. Now is my moment for risking everything on one bold move, however shocking it may be to my sensibilities, however offensive it may be to the laws that govern the lives of men. Here I go. My good luck go with me.
My butt's still bleeding. And
with that, the old cob set his wings for a dive. He aimed straight at the big window. What's going to happen?
He get in trouble?
I think he might get in trouble. Let's see. He aimed straight at the big window. He held his neck straight and stiff, waiting for the crash. He dove swiftly and hit the window, going full speed.
He got in trouble.
I hope he doesn't get hurt. The glass broke. The noise was terrific. The whole store shook. Musical instruments fell to the floor. Glass flew everywhere. A salesgirl fainted. The cob felt a twinge of pain as a jagged broke.
I miss me.
He flew into it. The musical instruments fell to the floor. Glass flew everywhere. A salesgirl fainted. The cob felt a twinge of pain as a jagged piece of broken glass cut into his shoulder. Uh-oh. But he grabbed the trumpet in his beak, turned sharply in the air, flew back through the hole in the window, and began climbing fast over the roofs of Billings. A few drops of blood fell to the ground below. His shoulder hurt, but he had succeeded in getting what he had come for. Held firmly in his bill, its red cord dangling, was a beautiful brass trumpet. You can imagine the noise in the music store when the cob crashed through the window. You're waiting. At the moment the glass broke, one of the clerks was showing a bass drum to a customer, and the clerk was so startled at seeing a big white bird come flying through the window, he hit the drum a tremendous wallop. Boom went the drum. Crash went splinters of flying glass. When the salesgirl fainted, she fell against the keys of the piano. Rungry, rungry, rungry went the piano. The owner of the store grabbed his shotgun, which went off by mistake. Uh-oh, blasting a hole in the ceiling and sending down a shower of plaster. Everything was flying around and falling and making a noise. Boom went the drum. Plunk went the piano. Rungy, rungy, rungy went the piano. Exactly. Went the bull fiddle. Help!
Help!
We've been robbed, screamed a clerk. Oh, look at that picture. I'll show you the picture. It looks like a disaster. Oh my goodness, the glass is broken. He stole the what?
Trumpet.
The trumpet, and then all this other stuff happened. Make way, shouted the owner. He ran for the door, stepped outside and fired another shot. Bang! At the disappearing bird. His shot was too late. The cob was safe in the sky beyond the range of gunfire. He was headed home toward the southwest, high above the roofs and spires of Billings. In his beak was the trumpet. In his heart was the pain of having committed a crime. I have robbed a store, he said to himself. I have become a thief. What a miserable fate for a bird of my excellent character and high ideals. Why did I do this? What led me to commit this awful crime? My past life has been blameless, a model of good behavior and correct conduct. I am by nature law-abiding. Why, oh why did I do this?
It's cold out here.
Why did he do it though? He was getting a trumpet for who?
His kid.
His kid who couldn't what?
Talk.
Who couldn't talk. So he kind of did the wrong thing for the right reason, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then the answer came to him. He flew steadily on through the evening sky. I did it to help my son. I did it for love of my son Louis. Back in Billings, the news spread quickly. This was the first time a swan had broken into a music store and made off with a trumpet. A lot of people refused to believe it had happened. The editor of the newspaper sent a reporter to the store to look around. The reporter interviewed the owner and wrote an article about the event for the paper. The article was headed, "Large Bird Breaks into Music Store. White Swan Crashes Through Window and Makes Off with Valuable Trumpet." Everybody in Billings bought a copy of the paper and read all about the extraordinary event. It was talked about all over town. Some people believed it, others said it could never have happened. They said the store owner had just invented it to get some publicity for his store. But the clerks in the store agreed it had really happened. They pointed to the drops of blood on the floor from the swan. Remember, he cut himself. The police came to look over the damage, which was estimated at $900. The police... Oh, hold on just a minute. We're almost done and then we'll talk. The police promised they would try to find the thief and arrest him. But the police were sorry to hear that the thief was a bird. Birds are a special problem, they said. Birds are hard to deal with. Back at the Red Rock Lakes, Louis's mother waited anxiously for her husband to return. When he showed up in the night sky, she saw that he had a trumpet with him. It was slung around his neck in its cord. "Well," she said as she glided to a stop in the water, "I see you made it." "I did, my dear," said the cob. "I traveled fast and far, sacrificed my honor, and I have returned. Where is Louis? I want to give him his trumpet right away." "He's over there sitting on a muskrat house, dreaming about that empty-headed young female he's so crazy about." And Louis is in love. The cob swam over to his son and made a presentation speech. "Oh, we're almost done. Look, and then you can make your presentation speeches." "Louis," he said, "I have been on a journey to the haunts of men. I visited a great city teeming with life and commerce. Whilst there, I picked up a gift for you, which I now bestow upon you with my love and my blessings. Here, Louis, is a trumpet. It will be your voice, a substitute for the voice God failed to give you. Learn to blow it, Louis, and life will be smoother and richer and gayer for you. With the help of this horn, you will be able to last to say, cahoon, cahoon, like every other swan." All right, hold on. "The sound of music will be in our ears. You will be able to attract the attention of desirable young females. Master this trumpet and you will be able to play love songs for them, filling them with ardor and surprise and longing. I hope it will bring you happiness, Louis, and a new and better life. I procured it at some personal sacrifice to myself and my pride, but I won't go into that now. The long and short of it is, I had no money. I took the trumpet without paying for it. This was deplorable. But the important thing is, you learn to play the instrument." So saying, the cob removed the trumpet from around his neck and hung it on Louis, alongside the slate and the white chalk pencil. "Wear it in good health," he said. "Blow it in happiness. Make the woods and hills and the marshes echo with the sounds of your youthful desire." Louis wanted to thank his father, but he was unable to say a word. And he knew it would do no good to write "thank you" on the slate, because his father wouldn't be able to read it, never having had an education. So Louis just bobbed his head and waggled his tail and fluttered his wings. The cob knew by these signs that he had found favor in the sight of his son and that the gift of a trumpet was acceptable. All right, so now Becca has something she wants to say to a special teacher. All right, can you say it?
Hey, Miss Dame, I love you and I love you, class.
Okay. Oh, good job. All right. And Brittany has something she wants to say.
Hi, Miss Raspberry.
Hi, Brittany. All right. Thank you to my two guest readers. This was a pretty exciting chapter. Thank you for reading it with me. Oh, we need.
I love you, Miss B.
Oh, we need a.
Bye-bye.
We need a question. Oh, I think we need a question. Do you think Lewis is going to learn to play the trumpet in the next chapter? What do you girls think?
Yeah.
Your prediction, because he just got the trumpet, but now he has to learn to play it, just like he had to learn to read and write. Interesting. All right, see you next time.
Bye.